Hello, bonjour, and welcome to an extraordinary episode of Famous Interviews. Extraordinary because today, I, Lady Mary Pozah, shall attempt a rather risky rendezvous avec le Titan of Torment, Duke of Depravity, Prince of Perdition, and purportedly repugnant personality. No, not Don Rickles, if anyone remembers who he was, nor any other Don who may spring to mind, no. I'm speaking of l'original, Monsieur Malevolence, Mephistopheles, Beelzebub, Lucifer. Pick a name, any name, call him what you will. It all comes down, and way down, to the same, Satan. What's that, Egbert? Is it safe to dilly-dally with the devil? Well, you possessed a devil or two in your time, hadn't seemed to hurt you any. Of course, your dalliances are with a devil of a different sort, n'est-ce pas? Thank you for your concern, and I wish I could assure you, but I don't want to manure you. It may be premature to assume I'll be secure. However, that's a risk I'm willing to take for the sake of my loyal fan. Plus, I've acquired this lovely amulet from a fellow psychic who claims it tames the fiery flames of filthy fiends. Fingers crossed. Egbert, what have you done with the lights? Egbert, where are you? It smells like something burning, and I haven't lit the candles yet. And turn off that fan. I feel like Dorothy in the cyclone. Except for that bitchy wit. I mean witchy bit. Where in blazes am I? I'm feeling I'm not in the studio anymore. Oh dear, I haven't even had a nip yet. Looks like I've been sucked into cyberspace. I wonder if we're still on camera. Hello? Anyone out there? Well, I shall pretend you're there, even if you're not. So please don't go away, wherever you are. I need all the support I can gather. What a pitiful panorama. Wretched region.
Did I frighten you?
Yes, please don't eat me.
I prefer my meat fresh, not fossilized. And you're too easy.
Easy? What have you heard? Of course, I've been called that and worse, but on more than one occasion, but wait a minute. A talking spider? I'm conversing with a spider? I really must be somewhere under the rainbow. Are you a manifestation of the imagination, or am I dreaming?
You're wide awake.
Are you sure? Ow! Oh, well, there you are. Well, much better that. You nearly scared the life out of me. Nearly.
I can assume any form.
Then you are.
I'm a cool guy in a hot spot. Used to fly high, but got my wings cut. I'm a top dog in a bottom land, a slow mover in a quicksand. I'm a shady guy from a starry space, but the sun don't shine in my home place. I'm a free spirit in a locked cell. My penthouse was heaven and now it's hell. I'm a live wire in a dead zone. 3 numbers ring my phone. A live wire in a dead zone. 3 numbers ring my phone. 666 666.
Requested an interview? Well, I'd intended to, but usually requires an incantation first. Dear me, I'm feeling a bit muzzy. I don't suppose there's anything to sit on around here. Oh, good heavens! Or perhaps the very opposite. It's rather large, that, even for me. Another manifestation. Sit on it. Heavens, my dear, surprisingly comfy. Much more so than I'd have imagined.
It's exactly what you imagine.
Well, surely I would never fancy one so red. Oh, you really are a devil, aren't you? You bear a striking resemblance to that scalawag who impregnated, then abandoned me at the altar. But I suppose you know all about that. You probably sent him, or were him. You seem about the same size. Now, charming as you appear, your reputation, among other things, precedes you. So I've asked for this interview so I can determine for myself, once and for all, whether or not all that's been said about you is really true. After all, no one is all bad. Though you have quite the reputation for being naughty, instigating sinful behavior, sorrowful suffering, rot and ruin, that sort of thing.
Entropy's my hobby. Sometimes it's painful.
How trite. I was hoping to find your character more three-dimensional. The original sin was one of your entropic amusements, and look where that landed
You're
us.
mistaken. Pleasing as it was, that was Adam and Eve's doing. The angel sent to populate his glory, earth. He asked of them only one thing, one prescription. Do not eat of the tree of knowledge.
And they did, many thanks to you, Snake.
No. That's a tale told by idiots, full of shit and fiction, signifying nothing. They did it of their own free will. They may have made a suggestion.
A suggestion? Like Cassius to the senators?
Yes, exactly. Caesar needed knocking down a peg or two. Adam and Eve aspired to godliness as well. A nasty habit among men.
Well, in the end, Adam and Eve were just fallen angels.
Like me.
Like you. Difficult to wrap my mind around you ever dwelling up there with him. But you did, didn't you? Then he changed his mind. How a being so perfect could have so misjudged is a mystery to moi.
If so perfect, how could he create such a corrupt and imperfect thing as man?
One little rotten apple, and now we're all imperfect. I believe man is inherently good. Yes, I do. There's good in all of us, perhaps even in you.
You were created to sin. Why do you think he gave you the 10 Commandments? They're a manual in reverse. Every thou shalt not is a pointer illuminating just what thou shalt. Thou shalt not kill, thou does. Thou shalt not steal, lie, commit adultery. Well, thou does, and will. It's your nature. It's mine. Don't forget, he created everything, good and evil. You and me. Really, I should rule heaven.
Instead of hell?
Hell, it's the new heaven.
Dear, 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 dear. What an unsettling thought. But that's your specialty, isn't it? Insinuating, disconcerting, depraved and depressing ideas into sadly sensitive, susceptible souls such as myself.
You're a clever species. You create your own ideas. That's why I like television. Your news is full of disasters, murders, accidents, and various other acts of God. Great entertainment.
You have a telly?
Of course.
Do you follow politics then?
I don't follow, I lead.
Then 45 was...
No. I had nothing to do with him. I require a certain level of intelligence and ability to work with.
But if you find our mishaps so amusing, he must have had you rolling in the aisles.
There are much bigger boners than 45.
Quite familiar with bigger boners. Almost married one. I'm sitting on another.
So, what?
I seem to have forgotten what I was saying. Oh yes, I was trying to think of what to call you. Your name seems so formal, intimidating.
Call me Nick.
Couldn't. Too close to Santa Claus, Saint Nicholas. That would absolutely ruin the holidays. Imagine old Nick slipping a gift into me stocking.
I could slip one in right now if you'd like.
No. How about I call you Lou? Or Luce? No, Lucy. No. Lulu.
Don't call me that. Why do you want this interview? What do you really want from me?
Moi? Want from vous? Well, I'm only here to observe. You brought me here. I thought you wanted to chat.
You're being evasive. You're here because you wished it. You want something, don't you?
My, would you look at that cloud?
Mary, quite contrary. Show me your garden, do.
I haven't a plot to piss in. I have an apartment. Now stop toying with me. You know very well my only intention is to learn more about you. For example, are you also the genie known as Iblis in Islam, or is that another entity entirely?
Different religions call me different things, but only you dare call me Lulu.
Well, how about Rahu in Hindu? Are you the snake who swallows the moon?
I've swallowed all sorts of heavenly bodies.
Have you? Well, so have I. Just between you and I. Goodness, seems like it's just suddenly getting hot in here, don't you think?
Just between you and me, it could get much hotter.
Well, you really are the devil, aren't you? The weed in the wheat. Well, I suppose I've learned all I can from this interview. So if you would be good enough, perhaps I should rephrase that. If you don't mind, I'd like to go home now, back to my studio. I haven't the foggiest idea how I got here, but I don't think clicking me heels 3 times will get me back.
I'll send you back when you tell me what you really want. Just between us friends.
Us friends?
Oh, we go a long way back, you and I. Don't you remember? That truck stop in Chippenham?
The truck stop in Chippenham? Do you mean the one with all those scrummy meat pies?
Meat pies. Well, guess you could call them that. You had a big appetite late at night. Night after night after night.
All right. I remember. I was young.
You were possessed.
Well, come to think of it, I was possessed with desire.
My gift.
Yours? Well, that's a relief. I mean, how generous of you.
I'm a generous soul. It's my nature. Now,
For the last time, what do you want from me?
Well, I've been wondering. No, it's too silly.
wondering what, dear lady?
Well, all right, here it is. I've been wondering why I'm not more popular, as they say. I mean, all of those two-bit nobodies with scads of fanatic followers, and I'm lucky to get a measly 100 views per episode. Why can't I have any luck? It's downright diabolical, your specialty. So I thought I'd go straight to the horse.
You want to get lucky?
In a way. That is, I'd like to have more luck with Michelle.
Luck's not my thing. All I do is by design. I make things happen. I can make you as popular as Ellen.
Have you seen her latest ratings?
Oh, I can make you look young again.
Don't be daft. I am the sum total and reflection of every precious moment of me life. I wouldn't give up a wrinkle or crease. Maybe a little touch-up under the eyes wouldn't hurt.
I can make you a big star. Sign your show to Netflix.
Did you say Netflix?
Yes. Netflix or HBO, NBC, Showtime, Hulu.
Who knew?
Coast to coast. Assistance, limo, syndication, residual.
Dear. You clever little devil, trying to hit me in my soft underbelly, as it were.
I could trick everyone into loving you.
I don't want people to be tricked into loving me. I want old love, new love, every love but untrue love.
How truly would you love unlimited wealth?
I've got all I need, except perhaps for the overdue credit card bill.
How about grandchildren?
I don't have any. Cecil's not interested in girls at the moment. He's busy with his art.
I've seen him hard at it. But I could convince him to find time for girls, marry and settle down.
That'd be a trick.
He's had plenty of those.
I'd love to live to see my own grandchildren.
Done. All you need do in return is a little something for me.
What could I possibly do for you?
Just this.
Worship me. On your knees. Worship me.
Oh, please, not tonight, Satan. Besides, we've already done that bit and chip. No, I'm afraid, Fra Diablo, the only thing I'm willing to worship these days is a stiff drink. And if I had one now, I'd douse your fiery flames and pull your curtain wide. I have a feeling underneath that cape, you're nothing but a little boy with an oversized need for attention. Big phony is what you are. Yes, perhaps I'm the one with all the power here. I wonder, if I should choose to not believe in you, will you still exist? Let's give it a shot, shall we? I don't believe in the devil. I don't believe in the devil. I don't believe in the devil. I don't.
Very well. You win, for now. But I'll always be here, always waiting. Summon me again when you're ready to believe.
And you will believe.
No, little man, I don't think I will. One more thing I'd like to ask. Where are your horns?
I don't have horns.
Well, on your head, anyway.
I'm just a manifestation of your imagination. Without you, I don't exist.
Spirits come and go so quickly around here. Now, however do I escape this sulphurous scene? There's no place like me studio. 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 There's no place. I've returned. Ebert! Oh, Ebert! I've been to hell and back. But at least I hope I'm back. And you were there. And you were there. Perhaps you, and well, I didn't see you at all. And what a spectacle. Dildos and spiders and bats, oh my. Well, what can one expect when chatting up the devil? I don't think all they say about him is true. It seems some things aren't true at all. For example, he's not as unappealing as I'd supposed. No, in fact, he has a way of projecting a certain something. And I didn't anticipate how coherent and convincing all his convoluted logic would sound to me equitable ears, either. Well, he's said to be a seducer, and that bit's true enough. He tried to proposition me. Oh, yes, tried to lure me in, didn't he? Well, I'm no fool. I don't succumb to solicitation. At least not anymore. I don't fall for flashy tricks waved about me face, no matter the allure. I know how to handle his type. He's not the first devil I've dealt with. I resisted his charm and cut him down to size. So, quel fromage, fra diavolo. And here I am, safely back in the studio avec vous. I do hope you had a hell of a good time with this week's episode and learned to look for the good in everyone, no matter how unlikely. Do join me again next time when I shall have a little tit-a-tat with someone hopefully more heavenly. Until then, please subscribe to my channel and like this episode if you like this episode. I am Lady Mary Pozah, and I need a drink. This has been Famous Interviews.